on that. Ime all these upasaragaha, eternal difficulties, tata, so much also, sukha, so-called happiness, dukkha, unhappiness, raga, attachment, dvesha, hate, bhaya, fear, abhimana, false prestige, pramada, illusion, unmadha, madness, soka, lamentation, moha, bewilderment, lobha, greed, matsarya, envy, irisha, enmity, abamana, insult, shoot, hunger, pipasa, thirst, adi, tribulations, vyadi, disease, janma, birth, jara, old age, marana, death, adaya, and so on. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. In this materialistic life, there are many difficulties, as I have just mentioned, and all of these are insurmountable. In addition, there are difficulties arising from so-called happiness, distress, attachment, hate, fear, false prestige, illusion, madness, lamentation, bewilderment, greed, envy, enmity, insult, hunger, thirst, tribulation, disease, birth, old age, and death. All these together to give the materialistic conditioned soul nothing but misery. Purport. The conditioned soul has to accept all these conditions simply to enjoy sense gratification in this world. Although people declare themselves great scientists, economists, philosophers, politicians, and sociologists, they are actually nothing but rascals. Therefore, they have been described as mudhas and naradamas in Bhagavad Gita 7:15. Namam duskritna mudha papajante naradama mayaya pahrita jnana ashuram bhavam ashrita. Those miscreants who are falsely foolish lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. Due to their foolishness, all these materialists are described in Bhagavad Gita as Naradamas. They have attained the human form in order to get released from material bondage. But instead of doing so, they become further embarrassed amid the miserable material conditions. Therefore, they are Naradamas, the lowest of men. One may ask whether scientists, philosophers, economists, and mathematicians are also Naradamas, the lowest of men. And the Supreme Personality of God replies that they are because they have no actual knowledge. They are simply proud of their false prestige and position. Actually, they do not know how to get relief from the material condition and renovate their spiritual life of transcendental bliss and knowledge. Consequently, they waste their time and energy in the search for so-called happiness. These are the qualifications of the demons. In Bhagavad Gita, it says that when one has all these demonic qualities, he becomes a Buddha. Due to this, he envies the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, birth after birth, he is born into a demonic family. And he transmigrates from one demonic body to another. Thus, he forgets his relationship with Krishna and remains Naradama in an abominable condition, life after life. Life after life. Asuras, Mama Prabhaya, they will never attain me, Krishna said. That is 1620. 1619, 1620. Talk about demons, the Asuras. In this materialistic life, there are many difficulties. We cannot count them. We cannot count the many difficulties that confront everyone, every moment. Every moment. I just remember one man. He was doing graduation. It's a happy mood, right? Happy moment. Graduation, big celebration, happy. Many friends. They attended. A lot of varieties, a lot of facilities for sense gratification. They were drinking and eating, dancing. They went and hired musical equipment to keep the occasion live. So the occasion was going. It was considered successful because they were really into the so-called material happiness. They were enjoying and celebrating. And they came inattentive to other things. So people finish the occasion. They gave me a lot of donations to their friends. They were giving him donations. So we merged into that enjoyment. So they were unattentive to the environment. As people were leaving, someone stole the musical equipment. And went away. By the time they finished, as people were going, shaking, embracing, someone took the musical equipment. He hired it, expensive, but it was stolen. He has to, all the money he collected, he has to pay for the musical equipment. Yeah. That's how he was satisfied with the donations he was giving to him. But it went for replacing the musical equipment. The hall, the decorations, and everything. He was not able to pay everything. Still, he couldn't pay everything. He has to remain a debtor. So what was the happiness? Was that the happiness? Was that a successful celebration? In the beginning, it will look like that, but look at the end. How is that? According to Bhagavad Gita, that which looked very promising, very sweet in the beginning, but at the end is bitter, is in the mode of darkness. Chapter 17. Mode of darkness. Look very nice. Yeah, the way you enjoy. I shall remember when Christmas, 25th December, a man was his new car. He was in his new car, nice, beautiful car. And his girlfriend was serving him drink inside the car. He's drinking. And the music was blasting inside the car. Blasting inside the car. They were merged into. He's driving. The girlfriend was serving him drink, serving him meat. He take the meat, take the alcohol, driving. Music is blasting. So he was enjoying, was dancing inside there. Bah! The car was finished. Blood everywhere. Christmas day for enjoyment. Is at the peak of enjoyment. The car damaged. All the bottle of drink broke and tear their faces. Blood everywhere. That was the end of the enjoyment. That's the end of the celebration. Christmas day is the end. So we are suffering and smiling. So Sukadeva Goswami is speaking here that many difficulties, as I've just mentioned, and all of these are insurmountable, right? Insurmountable. They did not avoid the accident. Neither were they able to avoid the theft. They couldn't. So the word is here, insurmountable. They couldn't surpass it. They couldn't avoid it. They met with the disasters. And natural life. In addition, there are difficulties arising from so-called happiness, right? You know? on top of the alcohol, he got the accident. Straight to the hospital. We don't know if they survive, I don't know. We went to the beach and we returned and we met them. Yes, so-called happiness. Is that happiness? It looks like, but it is not. It is not. What we call happiness here is painful. It is painful, very painful. Distress. They are not in distress, they are in distress. The car is gone. He's going to spend more money in the hospital to treat himself and herself. What? To that person, you spend a lot of money to replace the equipment he borrowed. And there are so many people, they borrow money, heavy money, to do wedding. They borrow heavy money to do wedding at a very high-class hotel. Before they finish paying the debt, they have divorced. The man is still paying the debt. The debt for the wedding, which has already suffering and smiling. This is what is going on. This is what you call enjoyment. It is not enjoyment, it is suffering. It is suffering. Everything is kind of full of distress. Yes, attachment, hate, fear, false prestige, illusion, madness, lamentation, completely bewildered. Yes, what is this? All these are our qualities. All these are our qualities. All these combine together to give the materialistic condition so nothing but misery. Yes, the Prabhupada speaks. The conditioned soul has to accept all these conditions simply to enjoy sense gratification in this world. Although people declare themselves great scientists, economists, philosophers, politicians, and sociologists, they are actually nothing but rascals. Prophecy. Rascals. Scientists. Everything came by chance. You know? Bam! The material world comes to exist. Right? There's no money in my pocket. I'm not working. I don't come from a big family. I don't know any big man to give me money. But by chance, I have money. By chance. Something like that in this world? By chance. Scientists, do they have kitchen? Scientists, do they have kitchen? Huh? Scientists, do they have kitchen in their house? Kitchen. Why? Why? Can't they not get food by chance to eat? Why kitchen? By chance, see the food all around. By chance. You can get the food to eat. You don't need to have a kitchen. By chance. But they're spending billions to make research. What do you wait by chance? You just get everything by chance. Everything is coming by chance. By chance philosophy is propounded by demons, rascals. Prophets give them the title. They are rascals. Why rascals? Because what has come by chance? What is it that has come by chance? That, see, this house was not constructed by somebody by chance, disappear. Let me tell you something from Mahabharata. The danger of by chance. The Mahabharata, yesterday described, you see, very common in West Africa, very common. In India, it's also there. Maybe no pronounce these days, but it's there. This happen in India. In West Africa, you have the same thing. That at the T-junction, the junction, right? You see some food, varieties of food. We do all this. Those foods are for ghosts. Those food are for ghosts. If a sacrifice. So one Brahmana was traveling with his disciples, and he saw succulent gulab jamun. They were breathing. Gulab jamun, fresh, brownish, soaked in rose-scented sugar water. They were breathing in a nice plate. So this Brahmana with his disciples, the Brahmana with the disciples saw, hey, this prasad, by chance you have gotten prasad. By chance, can you see? So he sat down with his disciples and they ate everything. In their next life, when they left the body, Yamaraj sent for them and they came. So Yamaraj said, you are a ghost, what you are associated. So why? I'm a Brahmana. I'm a Brahmana. You are by chance Brahmana. Who does not? Who does not understand your scripture? So you ate by chance ghost remnant. Therefore, I'm giving you ghost body. No, I'm a Brahmana. Yes. What kind of Brahmana? By chance. So he and his associate became ghosts. He begged Yamaraj. Yamaraj told him, this is the law. This is the law. The only thing I can do for you is that you and your associates should go and live at the desert. Desert. You know what desert means? Huh? Not a palatable dwelling place. It is karma to live in a desert. It is karma. So he has to go and live at the desert because they ate the remnant of ghosts and spirit. Ghosts and spirit. So Yamaraj told them he should stay there until by chance you will see some Vaishnavas traveling through there. That will be your chance to escape. Because in the desert, what's the most important thing in the desert? What's needed thing? Water and shade. So you become a tree. The moment you see the Vaishnava come, you should become a tree and give them shelter. If you see a tree in the desert, attention will go straight there. So they came straight and sat under the tree. So this ghost decided serving them, give them water. They were very happy, very happy. Service. Service is very important. Service. We can escape material existence by taking to devotional service. And according to the quality of devotional service, that will determine how well we would escape material existence. So they render service to these Vaishnavas and they got relief. But they noticed they were very, very swift in their movement. Not like a human being with dull body, move very slow. They were very, very smooth. So they asked, who are you? Before the Brahmana explained their situation, that we are very, very happy that you came to release us from the ghostly being, because your presence has helped us. We render service. Because of that, they got liberated. So we should be careful with anything by chance. Anything by chance. So be careful. If it is arrangement of providence, or it is our foolishness. Because nothing comes like that. Of course, the scripture said, Bhagavad Gita, anything that comes by its own accord, that is nature. That is nature. But not the ghost prasad. Ghost prasad is not offered by nature. It is our greed. That's the greed which is mentioned here. Greed, envy, enmity, insult, hunger, thirst, tribulation, disease, birth, old age, and death. We are going through all these things because of rascality. Therefore, they have been described as Buddhas and Naradamas in Bhagavad Gita. Now, Mom does good to know Buddha. Papa Dante, Naradama. The Duskritinas, there are four. Duskritinas, there are four. One is Buddha. Foolish, grossly foolish, Buddha, grossly foolish. Second Duskriti, the second Duskriti is Naradama. Naradama. Lowest among mankind. Naradama. The third Duskriti is Maya Pahita. Those whose intelligence are stolen by illusion. And the last Duskritina is the Asura. Asura. Those who partake of the atheistic nature of demons. So, Duskritinas. Why are they Duskritinas? Prapadante, they never surrendered to Krishna. They never surrendered to Krishna. So, this is the qualification of an atheist, of a demon, one who does not believe in God, who does not believe in Krishna. Prapadante. Not surrender. We're not surrender to Krishna. So if you look at this description, carefully, then we check what is the level of our surrender to Krishna. And native demon means what? They have no faith in Krishna. That's the qualification. One who has no faith in Krishna will not surrender to Krishna. Therefore, is an atheist. That's a qualification. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partakes of the artistic nature of demons, do not surrender to Krishna. Don't surrender. Surrender is a common word which we use regularly. Surrender. Surrender. Yes, a common word, but it's not common. Not common. Because not everyone is surrendered to Krishna. One who is surrendered to Krishna cannot be a separatist. A separatist. Separatist means our desire, our interest, our activities does not correspond with Krishna's. As a separatist, doesn't correspond. We're not cooperating with Krishna. The separatist means we're not surrendered. Surrender. So the Prabhupada said it's difficult, right? Surrender is difficult, not easy. Surrender is not easy. Surrender is easy for those who have four qualities. Remember the verse? You remember the verse? Do you remember the verse? 1724. I've called it many times so you should understand. Yes, you should get it directly. Surrender. Location taught us to surrender in Bhakti. No. Bhagavad surrender is there. You know? Yes, it's different. But what proper talking the purport, why we are not surrendered. Why we are not surrendered. 17. I didn't say 1-7. Come to 1 chapter 17. Yes. So, translation. No, let me read the Sanskrit first. Tapasu chandaya satyam itipada kite kritahan adharamam shaitrayo bhatna smaya sangha madaistava. Translation. In the age of satya, truthfulness, your four legs were established by four principles of austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness. Satya Yuga is prominent with four qualities. One is truthfulness, cleanliness, mercy, and austerity. Four things. This is Satya Yuga. These principles are there. So it's very, very pure. But it appears that 3 of your legs are broken due to rampant irreligion in the form of pride, lust for women, and intoxication. So Prabhupada said in the purport, the Lord himself also warns that the deluding power of material energy is too powerful to overcome. But one who completely surrenders unto the Lord can easily do so. That is 7:14. That is 7:14. But to surrender unto the lotus feet of the Lord is also not very easy. To surrender to the Lord is not very easy. Why it is not very easy? Such surrender is possible by persons of austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness. Means one who has these four qualities will surrender. Without these qualities, we are not surrendered. We have changed our dress, we have changed the environment, we have changed scripture, changed religion, but the heart is not changed. The heart is not changed. The heart still remains dirty. So, surrender is not easy because we lack these qualities. The four principles of the advanced civilization were remarkable features in the age of Satya. It was glaring, prominent. This quality predominate the environment. This is a celebration for Satya Yuga. These four qualities are there. In Treta Yuga, 3 layers. In Dwapara Yuga, 2 layers. Kaliyuga, only 1 layer, which is truthfulness. And that word is dancing. 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 It's not song, it's dancing. It means can be cut off anytime. That is why you see in Kali Yuga, the Brahmana can tell lies. In Satya Yuga, that doesn't exist. It is inauspicious. It doesn't exist. But in Kali Yuga, it's a religion. It's a religion. That's how we are degraded. We are degraded beings. Degraded. When we hear this word, you should try to understand what we mean by degradation. These four qualities are not there. Cleanliness. What is that? There is no cleanliness. People will keep dirty clothes for whole 7 days before they wash. Is that cleanliness? Huh? Keep dirt for 7 days. No, 6 days. Then the 7th day you wash it. Clean. That's not cleanliness. Right? So that is demonic, that we have no faith in Krishna and will not surrender to Krishna. Ramanujacharya said, surrender is what he had been trying to teach for the whole of his lifetime. This one word, surrender. He spent the whole life to teach, to convince us what is surrender. Why we should surrender? It's not easy like that. Due to their foolishness, all these materialists are described in Bhagavad Gita as Naradamas. They have attained human form in order to get release from material bondage. But instead of doing so, they become further embarrassed amid the miserable material conditions. One man was building hospital. His interest was when he finished building the hospital, he would have doctors and nobody would die. That was his plan. He died before he completed the hospital. And above all of them, Ravana. He has 10 heads. Means what? He's more powerful than all of us. And he is also a security guard at the gate of Vaikuntha. A security guard. So his position is not comparable to any of us. Not comparable to us. He was also very, very humanitarian. Ravana is very humanitarian. Very, very humanitarian. One can have a good, what is it? Intention and still be offensive and make a lot of mistakes. With good intention, one can still make a lot of offenses, a lot of mistakes. Good intention. Ravana is a humanitarian. What is his humanitarian nature? He wanted to send everybody to hell without qualification. Humanitarian? Yes, he's sending people to heaven. He has a good mind, good intention. But did he succeed? He failed. If Ravana could fail, what is our qualification that we think we can succeed? What is it? And what is humanitarian, by the way? What is humanitarian? To facilitate people's life in the prison. Is it not? Is it not what we call humanitarian? Facilitate people's prison life. It's humanitarian. Ravana mentality. He did not succeed. So we shouldn't become Ravana number 2. Just follow Krishna consciousness and free ourselves. Then we can free others. Otherwise, we'll do the same mistakes all over, the same mistake all over, without success. Yes. They have attained the human form in order to get released from material bondage. But instead of doing so, they become further embarrassed and meet the miserable material conditions. Therefore, they are Naradamas, the doers of men. One may ask whether scientists, philosophers, economists, and mathematicians are also Naradamas, the doers of men. And the Supreme Personality of Godhead replies that they are Naradamas because they have no actual knowledge. To send people without qualification to heaven, is that knowledge? That's ignorant. What's the qualification? What's the qualification? It's like, oh, war is coming. War is coming. Come, all of you come. Let's enter the water. How will we exist there? No, I want to help all of you. Let's enter inside the water. So we'll forget about metropolis, this earth. This is burning. Let's enter the water. You enter the water, you will die faster than the war is better because they are not reach you. But if you enter the water, you are not going to survive it. You will finish in a few minutes because you will not be able to breathe nicely. They are simply proud of their false prestige and position. Actually, they do not know how to get relief from the material condition and renovate. See the word proper use. Renovate. I like proper vocabulary. Renovate. You understand? Renovate. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yes.
Renovate. You sure you understand? What is renovate? Renovation. Become new.
After maintaining.
Make something old to new. Something. Not you created. Something is already there, right? Not in a bad shape. You want to make it new. Yes, it is renovation. Not that scientists have created anything. No, we are simply trying to fix something which is already there by nature. So what is our credit? What is our credit? Nothing. Only foolishness. Because you don't recognize the person who had put it there before became bad. And who made it bad? It is we. We did all that. So knowledge means that we understand the supreme honor of everything, the originator of everything, We should understand our tiny position in this universe. We should try to understand it. If you don't understand our tiny position in this universe, you are not going to function properly. To function properly, you must understand where we are in the universe. What is our position? Then we'll be able to see what is wrong. So Christian consciousness is what? Renovation process. We are renovating our original consciousness, which is now polluted. This is renovation. Proper use a perfect word. Renovate. We have been given a chance to renovate our spiritual life of transcendental bliss and knowledge. Perfect renovation. Christian consciousness. Consequently, they waste time and energy in the search for so-called happiness. These are the qualifications of the demons. In Bhagavad Gita, it says that when one has all these demonic qualities, he becomes a Buddha, foolish. Due to this, he envies the Supreme Personality of Godhead, envies all other living entities. Therefore, birth after birth, he is born into a demonic family, and he transmigrates from one demonic body to another. Thus, he forgets his relationship with Krishna and remains in Naradama in an abominable condition of life. Hare Krishna. Any comment or question? Yes. Let me hear your comment or question. Okay.
Should I ask you simultaneously or?
It depends. Let's see the first one first.
Let's give other people time. I'll ask it together. In the course of the lecture, Gurudev, you spoke about chants. Then later on also you gave the example of what it means to be able to be a devotee in this lifetime. One must abide, to be able to surrender, one must abide by 4 qualities, which is truthfulness and mercy. So now on chants, in chants, which is something manifesting of, according to the explanation you gave, can we say chance and faith, does it go together? Because can something be there? Or can one believe in something being there without faith? Because right now, in this current day and age, a lot of us, like you give the example of, I don't have money in my pocket, but all of a sudden money comes. Now there are people that believe that they don't have money in their pocket, but they believe that they're going to have money. And out of nowhere, they believe that money comes to them, which is, they say it is because of their faith that they are able to project what was not there. They were able to bring it back to be present. And also, we also see in Vrindavan, in one of the temples, I've forgotten the name right now, about one of the 6 Goswamis, the deity, he was serving the Shaligram Shila, and from the Shaligram Shila, it became a small deity that wasn't there before. But it is said that because of his faith, he compelled the deity to take that shape, and hence it was there, and hence it's called Swayambhuva, because that which self-manifested. So does faith, how do we balance these two, together? Can a person's faith create chance, or does chance work together with faith? This is the first question, Gurudev. I don't know if you want me to ask the second one together.
Let me deal with it. Christians, they, they, they believe that I don't have money, I will go to Jesus and pray. And I have the faith that I will get it. They will pray, and they have what they call prayer warriors. Yes. They shout, they shake, they vibrate. Give me money now. Now. I want it. Thousands of them are praying like that. But we are still seeing that thousands of them are poor. You understand? That is a faith. Bible says faith without work is dead. So for those who seem to have gotten it, that is their karma. If they pray or they didn't pray, it will come. Because it's already there in their nature. That is why, see them, thousands of them who prayed, thousands didn't get. Only few got. So it is not by chance. It is the karma that made it work. It is karma. Yes. This is how natural and things. And then you talk of Gopal Bhatt Goswami's Salagram Sila, not by chance. He has Salagram Sila. Even the Salagram Sila, not by chance. He went to bathe and he put water. The Sila came to his hand, he drew them. And I don't have time to go deity worship. I have many books to write. He put hand back, they came back. He put hand, he came back. You can't bathe until you take. So he had no authority, the deity want to come. Okay, so he took, before he was able to bathe. Now he's worshiping them in the house. And one day somebody came and donated the jewel. So my deity doesn't have, I don't have murti. So what will I use this for? That is how pure devotees dealing with the Supreme Lord. The moment they think of something, it will become reality, not by chance. There must be something that is for getting the reaction. So where will I use this? I don't have deity, so I cannot use this jewel that is given to me. Because he's thinking like that. His deity which is worshipping got the message. So the next day one is stood up. So now he could use the jewel for the deity. So it is not by chance. It is due to the desire of the devotee that demands money. If you go to Melkoti, in India, Melkoti, anyone has been there? Melkoti. Ramanujacharya was there for a long time. Melkoti. That is where also Lord Baradev appeared to kill Hiranyaksha. Melkoti. So there is a big pond there. He shook his body. When Devagari were glorifying him, he shook the body and the water from his body formed a big lake in Melkoti, India, South India. Melkoti. Very nice place. So, Prahlad Maharaj, Salagam Shila, the same thing happened. You climb 350, if I let me say, 350 stages, or 200 or 2,000, I can't remember. Climbing before you get on top. The deity, the Singhadev is there. It was Prahlad Maharaj Salagam Sila he was worshiping. The same thing like Gopal Bhatt Goswami's experience. So he was worshiping the Salagam Silas there, and because his deity in the Singhadev. So one day one of the Silas also stood up, very mighty and terrifying the Singha. Deity is there. Deity, you see? So, yeah. is there. The thing had a full murti from the Salagam Sila. Let our worship become like this also. One day, we have the same experience. So it was not just by chance. Salagan Sila was there, right? And the devotee was worshiping. And from his desire, this became manifest, not by chance. They were prompted to do that. The Lord obeyed his devotees. The Lord obeys his devotees. All the desires of the devotees are fulfilled by the Lord automatically. That is why the Lord is very careful to give you prema, because when he gives you prema, you come under your control. He's very careful. Yes, that is the Lord. That is his dealings with his devotees. Not by chance. By chance philosophy is for frustrated people who are paradamas. They have no knowledge. The knowledge is maya parita gyan, is stolen. They can't reason properly. No intelligent person will say that. So properly was punching their faces. So that is what we call them here rascals. Yes, that is proper punching. Rascals. They are. Why? Because they're speaking nonsense. If you don't know something, keep quiet. Krishna told Arjuna Bhagavad Gita. If you don't know something, keep quiet. 2:11. 2:11. Chapter 2, text 11. You don't know something, you're a fool. Keep quiet. Only if you have knowledge, you can speak. Krishna told Arjuna. Yes. Shri Bhagwan Vacha. Asocha Navasocha Stram Pragya Pasan Badansi Bhasa said. Pragya Badansi Bhasa said. You speak like if you know. Pragya Badansi Bhasa said. You are speaking like a knowledgeable person. How are you a knowledgeable person? Socha, you are lamenting. Now, no certainty, Ponditaha. A learned person does not lament. One who knows cannot lament. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Asocha Navasocha Stum Pragyabada Sri Bhasa said. Gatasuna Agatasumscha Naru Sutanti Ponditaha. The Supreme Personality of God has said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead. Right? Hare Krishna. Next.
Yes. On the mercy and the truthfulness side. Now, when I heard it, in my head, what I was thinking is, can a person really be truthful or merciful without being biased? In the sense that I can be truthful to a person based on my relationship with the person. And a person that I don't really have a relationship with, I can't be truthful to that person. So how can I, in this particular modern day age, be merciful to somebody or truthful to somebody without no emotional biasness attached to it?
We have perfect example in Mahabharata. Perfect example, Dronacharya. Dronacharya. He knew very well that Maharaj Drupada performed austerity to get a son and a daughter. He performed severe austerity. And he got a son and daughter. The son is Drishtadyumna. Why he got the son for? To kill Dronacharya. And the daughter is Draupadi. Why he got Draupadi for? Arjuna. He appreciated Arjuna's austerity. This boy performer, no, is marvelous. Even though Arjun defeated him, but he appreciated. I will give him a daughter as a wife, a Draupadi. And this Dronacharya insulted me. I will get the son who will kill him. Dronacharya was aware of everything. And Draupadi sent Dushadumna to him to train him. He gave him the same training he gave to his favorite. His favorite is Arjun. The same thing he did for both of them. So he is a liberal person. Krishna said, for those who are liberal, this is 10th canto, Indra. Krishna stopping golden prayer. Indra. So Krishna told his father, which is for all, those who are liberal have no secrecy. And even if there is, it shouldn't be kept from family members. I'm your son, therefore tell me everything. So yes, we have evidences. Because of contamination, we're not liberal. Therefore, we make all these decisions. Okay, I'll tell you my secret. That is our contamination. Those who are liberal, or they said, free conscience, fear no accusation. You understand? You understand that? Free conscience, fear no accusation. When you know that you are clean, your hand is clean,